Hello! I wanted to follow up on Janae's microjournaling video and answer the question about the 3 areas of my life that I want to work on today. So today I chose energy levels, connection, and hobbies. So connection, I spoke with one of my newer friends for quite a while today, and we had some nice conversations, learned about zombie chickens, so that's very interesting. If you look it up, be prepared for the images. The other area was hobbies, so RC drift with my sweetie, and also again our friends that we have made through RC drift, and challenging myself in the new layout that he set up, and energy levels. So I had to take breaks and fuel up by eating some nutritious food, and also having one of my energy drinks. And one of the things that stuck out for me when it comes to journaling is how Janae mentioned putting a shorter limit on it so you don't have to commit to such a long journaling session, which I followed myself as well. So I've talked about mind dumps or brain dumps quite a few times in various places, so I thought I would focus on something else today. So we talked about how to start the day with Janae and thinking of those 3 areas that you want to focus on and writing that down so it's in your mind and something that you were going to work toward. So with me, I was thinking of a nice way to wind down, which is often when I do my writing. And to piggyback off of talking about the circadian rhythm from last week for that topic, I want to mention the time of the evening that you sit down to journal is important as well. And this is why. If you sit down and you write and you have so much emotion just coursing through you when you're writing, that can get that adrenaline pumping, and you might not be as ready to sleep as you would want to be. So 7:30 to 8 p.m. is a good time to write, to wind down. I would say starting at like 8:30 at the latest, because for me, I would want to be done by like 9 so I can just be calm. But when winding down, 3 questions that I have for you, if you choose to take these prompts, are: what did I do well today? Who or what made me happy today? And what am I looking forward to tomorrow? And again, these are less of the freestyle journaling that I would often do when I just wanted to process how I was feeling and get things out, and that way I could possibly share it with my counselor later, or it would give me more insight into what my subconscious was working on when things would come up and suddenly I feel very differently, either in my body or emotionally. So these prompts are just something to help guide, and again, just feeling good about how the day has gone, giving yourself some kudos, just having a little kindness to yourself and to unwind for the evening. So today, what I did well was focusing on those 3 areas and getting to know my friend a bit more, and also knowing when I needed to take a break. And I got ready on time so Chris and I could leave on time to make sure we could go and get breakfast before opening, and time management in the morning is an area that I struggle with. So I'm very proud of being able to be dressed and cleaned and have everything packed that I wanted to take with me and just be ready to go out the door before we needed to leave. Who and what made me happy today? Everybody I saw at the track, including Tiffany, who I was talking to for a while. And what made me happy? Well, not so much of a what, but my cat just being absolutely adorable and curling up with me this morning, even after she gets fed, because other times she'll just jump up, she'll meow, and just walk around between Chris and I. And when she's fed, she's like, all right, I'm good till lunch, see ya. And when she comes back up and just snuggles, it's like, oh, you still love us. So that's something that makes me happy. And also just looking at all of the pretty blooming trees on our drive this morning. There's just like magnolia trees and those beautiful cherry blossoms. And even when the petals are falling, the yards are just covered with these beautifully colored petals, and it's just really peaceful and pretty, and it's just such a nice change from the gray skies and the rain and all the dark clouds. And then what am I looking forward to tomorrow? Well, I might learn how to do some new hairstyles, so I'm looking forward to that. And also just crossing some items off my list and relaxing a bit. So thought I would just kind of journal out loud for you. And another point of this for accessibility, for people who may not be able to visually see what they're writing, you can use a voice recording app or just something that you are able to speak into and do that. So you do not need to force journaling. This is something that I learned myself because I went from journaling just 2 to 3 pages almost every other night to feeling like writing a paragraph was just tough. And I had to figure out what was going on with that and why. So if freestyle journaling isn't working for you, or if prompts aren't feeling aligned, then just think about what you need in the moment and what's working for you. So it could be changing out your journal, maybe from a notebook to something with a pattern that you like, or something that has organizational formats. I have this planner that has habits in there, to-do list, and also notes. So it's nice having all of that in one place for me. And something else I've mentioned, like self-care apps before. When I noticed that journaling was feeling forced again, which was something that never used to happen for me. So again, it's one of those things where I just have to think about it. What's going on? Why does it feel this way now? Why is it feeling a little more tough? So in the self-care app, there's just like this little reflections part of it. And you can go into reflections and just write a quick sentence or two from the little prompt. And it's just a nice way to have that thoughts. As always, there's so many ways to fit journaling into your day. Some examples are bullet journaling, art journaling, strengths and weaknesses journaling, gratitude journaling. So think about what works for you, and it may not be the same thing each day, which I actually prefer, because then it's varied and you're using a little bit of a different approach each time, and you'll get something new from it. So let us know what you try in the comments and how it worked for you, even if you want to share a little bit yourself. Love to hear from you. Thank you so much for watching. Have a fantastic day and stay inspired.